springs. The abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the Rite of Resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy it. Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess? But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Teyvat. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
Pero no, no era eso.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Cuando han ido a despertarlo.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility,
¿No lo has visto?
duty,
No lo he visto.
Pues sí, ha sido en directo y obviamente
everyone in
eso no lo han
Natlan
podido
views the
quitar.
war differently.
Pues
I
entonces eso ha
believe we
sido
will be
antes
rid of the Abyss one
de lo que te
day,
he dicho yo.
and the efforts of
Así lo
all who
encuentro.
fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my
Aquí.
name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic.
Y mira, cuando se
Everyone has
despierta.
something that drives them forward, you know?
Pillada.
We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head
Y
to the
encima creo que
stadium.
hasta
Our
duro.
fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us. The sea's not going anywhere.
Roca oscura, roca blanca.
Ah, que ahora empieza, yo sabía que había terminado. Bueno, ¿qué misión será ahora? ¿Crear otras aguas termales?
A saber.
Mira, qué bajo. Nada, su mejor de este fue la época de Inazuma.
Ah, empieza lo del S para desbloquearlo. Aunque bueno, ya que cuando te acerques ahí, creo que no. Pero bueno.
¿Qué desbloquea el qué?
Como lo del árbol, eso que tienes que.
¿Esto?
Sí. Ah, yo lo has desbloqueado, entonces nada.
No, si yo no estaba ahí nunca.
Ah, no, es dentro, es dentro. Dentro a la izquierda. Creo que.
Bueno, directamente puedo teletransportarme, ¿no?
Pues.
¿Qué es esto?
Sí, sí. Pero, bueno. Pues otra luna, vete a la mierda.
¿Porque tú ninguna?
¿Eh?
¿Qué has dicho?
¿Qué he dicho? Otra luna, vete a la mierda.
Ah, chúpame la polla.
Y los huevos si quieres.
Pues también.
Ah,
Le han puesto de... Dame esto. Ay, mira, una luna. Me hacía falta, la verdad.
Tiene con 92 que tienes ya.
Chúpame la pija. Vos no entendés. Me hacía falta la luna. Sigue
¿En qué, si no, ¿En qué si no la vas a utilizar?
Cálmate, bro. ¿Cómo que no? Sí, espérate, ¿cuántas resina tengo?
Vale,
Si
bro.
termino cuando termine ya la misión principal y eso, o sea que ya la haya acabado y todo, voy a ir a farmear también lo del Kenichi, ¿no? Kenichi. Me acuerdo su nombre porque hay un futbolista que se llama Kimmich. Por eso me ha quedado. Kenichi. Buena chupaste. Buena cena.
Sí, sí.
Buena cena.
Ooh, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Lolis, lolis, lolis.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kinich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it.
Pues en el otro que
I
tiene.
heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani.
El
Is everyone
Genshin
alright?
tiene el Honkai y otro más.
Yeah, it's
¿no?
all taken care of. Our
Yeah,
new
pero es
friend
que a mí
here's
no-
got some tricks
Bueno,
up
pues
his
el
sleeve,
otro
by the way.
es
He's
con
just a
todos
Hey,
con la mano.
look! Is
el
it about to
personaje.
start?
Y encima uno de ellos, bueno, dos
That's
de
right.
ellos son furros.
Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of
otro sí.
Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a
No,
spot
el
with a
otro.
good view. When the singing starts, just follow my
Este tienen
lead
dos.
and you'll be fine.
O sea, aparte.
Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
No
Se
sé.
llama-
Luego también te digo, como no me toque, vuelo alto.
Warriors of Natland, heed the call. We are the those who grew alongside those who forged our own.
Aquí, Zenless Zero.
That
Zone
is
Zero.
Natland's
Se llama así.
fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
¿Se le ha puesto el pelo amarillo?
Como si fuese fuego.
Pero si lo tiene a rojo, se ha cambiado al amarillo.
Como si fuese fuego, sí. Porque sabes quién es esa, ¿no?
Mira, aquí pongo la musiquita de ataca a los titanes y pega.
Literal.
¿Qué
¿Sabes
coño
quién
es
es
eso?
esa? ¿Sabes quién es esa tía, no?
No, nací ayer y con un retraso.
Yo qué
Espera,
sé,
espera,
bueno.
espera. Esto no se puede... Esto molaría mejor si veo.
Ah, con la música.
No, esto no era, ¿no?
Sí, es esa. Pasa que lo escucho. Bueno, escucho.
Ya está. ¿No?
Sí. Sí, creo que sí. Sí.
Bueno, ya he terminado. Tarde.
Ya.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will—
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team said to think about it. The ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than me.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile—
Calm down, Mugalani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should, or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, we don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her—
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our act. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and to prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that—
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but—
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would—
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question!
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm so—
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the... Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions...
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
Ese que ha hablado, que dice nosotros también vamos, ¿era voz de chico?
Sí, claro, si era que... Kinich.
Es ese, no, es ese pequeñito.
Ah,
The
no, eso es
situation
una
is
chica.
urgent,
Es
so
una
I'll
niña.
get
¿Es
straight
una
to the
chica?
point.
Sí, sí.
Kachina
voz de
is
chico.
undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss, of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be... Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the ode. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me.
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could, but please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Spring...
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and unlike Kinich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weight.
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will...
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. But once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's fate. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain...
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers with fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the your sense of self will be devoured until eventually you become one with the sea of souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared?
Seat Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, in the middle.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire, the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyroenergy as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom...
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, but if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's...
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one... Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean?
Yes. Come with me. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, so until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wayab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
Oh, qué guay.
The
Me
secret of the ley
Déjame en paz,
lines
puedo hacerlo.
is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
¿Te imaginas que se la carga?
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us? Let our blades do the talking!
A ver, no sé yo. Me da la sensación que ese tiro no vamos a poder conseguir.
A ver, es raro que en este no un banner, también te digo.
Ya.
Tiene mala pinta esto. Luego nosotros no luchamos así.
Ya. Está un poco casi a la, rozando el impuesto de Vale.
No, no, ni de coña. Vas, no sé, para mí vale está. No sé.
A ver, vale esto, pero esto tampoco se queda atrás. Está guay. Bueno, no se ha visto tampoco.
No, encima un cobarde.
Hostia, le ha tenido miedo, ¿eh? Ha tenido miedo. Le ha hecho daño.
Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the master.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Nightwind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course. I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flame. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be...
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Emon really hopes nothing...
¿Y ya has canjeado la de 4 estrellas?
Nada más empezar la historia de esta zona te la dan directamente.
Por eso, o sea, la canjeado. Vale.
Sí, mira.
That's Buena, the tribal chief.
Ya no pasa.
Let's head over to him.
Mira.
Ah, esa va el arma, la lanza esa.
¿Esta?
Esa, sí, porque va a defensa. Cara defensa. O sea, no, el arma y ella, quiero decir. Ya. No sé por qué no lo pone.
Ya, no sé, después de 4 años creo que ya vas tocando, ¿no?
Básicamente. Ya.
Joder, tomarlo.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, the nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay?
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime, but let's get back to business. Wyna, how do we use this?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. And the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
Vaya.
Vale, ya estoy.
Ah, vale.
Un poco regular.
¿El qué?
No sé, estoy un poco regular.
Hombre, a ver, ¿cuántos cafés llevas?
Poca vida me queda. Encima de dormir, estoy buscando un escritorio.
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck.
Someone admiring the scenery from the... Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
Are you okay? You don't...
Everything's fine. I'll help you. But I do have a small... After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pipe. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood.
Wow, you got all that just from...
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get two...
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh,
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one...
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept and...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to... Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That
I appreciate it, even though